Sawtelle and welcome to my channel. Today I'm just doing Jackie Loos Junk Gal 63 Studios block number 12 and block number 13 in her quilt challenge. This is her Stars and Stripes quilt challenge. This has been super fun, and if you would like to follow along, you can jump over to Jackie's site, Junk Gal 63 Studio, and you can print off this great packet. Today we're going to be doing 4 stripes. This is block number 12. This is with 4 stripes, just as it says. And because it is all just big stripes, she decided she was going to do 2 blocks at once. So I'm going to do exactly like she did. My paper looks funny. In the last block, I sewed these together. We'll be doing block 13 as well. It's called Stripes Boarded Outside 5. This is a quilt as you go quilt along. We're on block number 12. This is going to be red, white, and blue. That's the only rule for these quilts. These quilts are going to be ready by the 4th of July to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. Grab some red, white, and blue fabric and let's get started. All you're going to need for this is going to be 4 stripes. I'm going to be doing my 4 stripes 3.5 inches by 13 inches. She's doing hers 3.5 inches by 12.5 inches. I'm giving myself a little wiggle room. I have 2 pieces of fabric for everything because I'm going to be doing 2 quilts. You'll need a piece of batting. I've got mine at 13 inches. Jackie has hers at 12.5 inches. Again, I left myself some wiggle room. I've got my backing at 13 inches. Again, more wiggle room. I'm going to be using white for the backing, and that is because I'm doing red, white, and blue, red, white, and blue. For block number 12, this is going to be white. Then the next block 13 for me will be blue. Use any color backing that you choose to, as long as it's red, white, and blue. Jackie's using all muslin white. You're going to need 1 strip of fabric at 3.5 inches by, I'm doing 13. You'll need 2 whites at that same measurement, and you'll need 1 blue. I'm using all of my old scrap batting. If you use scraps, just make sure all of your threads are off. Mine are just covered in threads. All right, and then I'm going to lay my batting right on top of that. I'll look at my diagram, and I'm going to put my red right in the center. About. I'm not measuring. I just folded my fabric in half to give me a center line. And then I'm going to lay my white right on top of that. And if you want to, you can stick a couple of pins in there to hold that in place so you can go sew it. I'm going to go make a 1/4 inch seam all the way down, right down the side. I'll set the seam and then I will push that right open. I'm going to lay my blue right here on top of this white. I'm going to sew that at a 1/4 inch all the way down. Now again, I'm going to set the seam and I'm going to push that open. That side's done. I'm going to take my last strip of white and I'm going to add that to the other side of the red. Be sure you pick off any loose threads. 1/4 inch all the way down. Go ahead and set that seam and push that open. There it is, guys. Just as easy as can be. Square this up to 12 inches. Now I've got everything lined up. Now that's my kind of block. Usually I square up after I do my quilting, and I forgot. So I'm going to go run over and I'm going to quilt some straight lines down, and I'll be right back. So I decided not to do straight line quilting. I just made little curves. So here's the 4 stripes, and this is block number 10. And I did go around it with 1/8 inch seam, and that is going to secure it. So when we get ready to connect these, Jackie says that that's going to help. Let's move right on to block 13 now. Okay, so for the block number 13, we're going to need 3 blues. She said go ahead and make those at 2 7/8 inches, and I'm going to need 3 pieces. We're going to cut them by 7 3/4. You'll need 2 whites at the same size, 2 7/8 by 7 3/4. You're going to need 2 long reds. Mine's going to be 3 inches by 13 inches. Jackie's is going to be 2 7/8 by 12.5. I'm leaving myself wiggle room on the end. I try to recycle everything I can. For my backing fabric, I'm going to be using jeans, so I'm going to just cut off these jeans, get my 13-inch piece, and I'll have to piece them together, and that's fine. I'm just going to use my Guggenheim scissors to cut through that. That cuts through so easy through the jean. I don't need the lining. And I don't need the seam either. So I'll cut the seam right off. Just gonna go sew a straight line down there. I'll sew this edge, those two edges together. Be right back. There's my piece back in. Now I just got to get that down to 13 inches. I'm going to lay down my 13-inch piece of backing. I'm going to lay down my 13-inch piece of batting right on top of that. Lay that flat. I'm going to just start lining this up and see. I'm going to go the same distance. We're going to do blue and white, and I'm going to go sew those together. Now you can pop a couple of pins in there. What I did was I eyeballed it. I did not measure. I'm just going to lay this right on the edge, and I'm going to start right here, and I'm just going to go sew 1/4 inch all the way down. I'm going to take these to the sewing machine. Before I sew anymore, I'm just going to set that seam and push that open. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blue, right sides together. These are always right sides together, and I'm going to lay that right on top, making sure that I look like I'm straight. I'll be right back. Again, I'll set the seam and push that right open. And then I'm going to lay the white down. And make sure you're straight. And if you want, pop a couple of pins in. I like to use pins. Some people, you're either a pinner or you're not a pinner. Most of the time, I'm a pinner. Okay, and here's what the back's looking like. I'm going to set the seam and push that open. And we've got one more piece to add on. Make sure it's nice and straight. Pop some pins in. And go sew. 1/4 inch. Always be sure that you're pulling out all of your fabrics as you're doing this, so nothing gets tucked up underneath. All right, now I'm just going to press that one flat. There's what it's looking like. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to add the 2 reds to the ends. Line one on that side and then line one on this side. Pop a couple pins in. And just make sure nothing's tucked up underneath. All right, 1/4 inch on each side. Set the seam, push it open. Set the seam and push this open. If you're wondering, I do have something underneath this. I'm not sewing right on my mat. All right, look at that. Now, one thing that I feel is pretty important is make sure you get rid of all of these extra threads so they don't get quilted in. And I got a little bunch up here. So I want to get rid of that now so it doesn't get sewn over. And I'll fix that when I get back to the sewing machine. Get rid of any loose threads that you have. All right, now you've got to figure out how you want to quilt this. Of all of the rectangles, I think I'm just going to go down the center and down the center and down the center. I think that'll be good. All right, after you get all the little threads off, here's what it's looking like. There's the back and there's the front. And what I did was I did back stitch here and here. So I do have those little clumps in the back, but I still think it's really cute. So I'm going to trim this down to 12 inches. And by me adding that extra half an inch, I'm going to make this fit with no problem. All right, this block is adorable. I'm just going to run over and I'm going to sew 1/8 of an inch all the way around. When it's time to connect these, that this will connect really well. Okay guys, here's my 2 blocks. I've got block 12 and block 13, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please jump on over to Jackie Loos Junk Gal 63 Studios. Tell her that April sent you, and you can follow along with her as well. I will see you next time. Remember to keep it simple. Have a great day. Bye. There's the back, and there's the front. Blocks 12 and blocks 13. Say bye, little Miss Ready Thready.